Hello guys, this is Elroider Force and we are back today on NBA 2K23. I made a center build as my first build, you know me. The build name is Big Boy Elroy and I will show you the build today. It's an inside big man. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and let's dive right into it. And of course, since it's really difficult this year to make a good build, actually, it's a really complicated multiplayer builder, and a lot of people ask me what my first build is, also in the comment section of other videos. I will tell you exactly why I made the build the way I did. A quick disclaimer. I made that build specifically to play the screen setter on offense and to play in the corner on defense. So leave a like and subscribe. I will show you the build now, and let's go directly into the My Player builder. Of course, there are different ways on how to make that build. I already have rebirth, so you press yes here, and I chose to go with the center position since you can still make players on that height. You can of course also go power forward. I would recommend center to get lined up at the 5. Jersey number, pick whatever number you want, just don't pick jersey number 69 for obvious reasons. Number 34 is what I went with in order to make my build play more like Shaquille O'Neal. Just kidding, of course, that makes no difference on how you play. Click on continue. Here you can go to 6'7" this year if you decide to make a center. I chose to go with 7 foot. You max out the wingspan, go to 257 pounds. Why 257 pounds? Because in order to get Brick Wall Hall of Fame, you have to either go 99 on interior defense or 94 on strength. Really interesting. Last year it was only correlated to interior defense. This year they decided to also give players the possibility to get Brick Wall Hall of Fame with the strength attribute. Body shape defined was last year pretty interesting. This year again, I think that the wingspan seems to be longer if you go defined, but I decided to go build in order to just take up more space on the pick and roll. You click on continue, and this build is an inside big man, so you can you have no shooting and you are elite on the pick and roll and on taking inside shots. The close shot, I put it on 88 in order to get an extra finishing badge. Immediately you might have noticed that the post control is also upgraded, so if you decide to put the close shot up above a certain attribute cap, which is 60, it automatically upgrades the post control, which I think is pretty important, to be honest, because if you get lined up against a smaller defender, you can just take a post spin or a drop step back and down if you put the post control up. So 88 close shot. Let's skip the driving layup for now. I put the driving dunk to 86 in order to get limitless takeoff on gold. You can put the driving layup up to 71, which gives you above 70 you get nice layup animations, and an extra badge at 71. Standing dunk again is important if you want to get the big man contact dunks. It's really difficult this year to make a build with elite contact dunks, standing contact dunks, if you are not willing to sacrifice other areas, or for example on defense, to put your defense much lower than on comparable inside big man builds. So here at 80 you get silver rise up, and you have the possibility to get standing contact dunks. I put the post control at 80. Why did I put it exactly at 80? We are now at 79. I would like you to focus on the finishing badges now. If you put it at 80, you get one extra finishing badge, and most importantly, which a lot of people, I think, especially when I compared my build to other builds of big men in Pro-Am, you get a quick first step on bronze. Look at the playmaking badges. I think it could be really important. Of course, at the moment we don't know yet how gameplay really is, and which attributes are especially important. I think it's always good to have a little bit of post control. The free throw, also a very interesting attribute area. If you put it at 65, the 3-point shot is not upgraded. If you put it one higher, and the 3-point shot is upgraded. And of course, if you are an inside big, it's pretty useless to put the 3-pointer up. I decided to go with 65. I played a couple of games in rec with the build yesterday, and it was actually pretty easy to green the free throws. A couple of free throws I missed, but most of them were actually greens. If you upgrade the pass accuracy at a certain level, it automatically upgrades your ball handle. You have to ask yourself which badges are especially important as a big man. I think that break starter is especially important, so I tried to get break starter on gold, which you get at 76. So 76 is the threshold for break starter gold. The ball handle is at 41. If you put it one higher, you get another playmaking badge, but I put those attribute points to perimeter defense and steal. Why perimeter defense and steal? I would assume there have been no tests until now if it still is correlated to lateral quickness, but I think, or I would assume that it is. So let's go to the defense and rebounding category. I put the interior defense to 86 to get an extra defensive badge. I maxed out the steal. Let's leave the perimeter defense for now. Put the block to 93, which gives you gold anchor. And since I am the screen setter on the pick and roll, I put the offensive rebound to 99. You get Hall of Fame rebound chaser and Hall of Fame pogo stick. I think it's really important, especially now when point guards are struggling, or when especially all the builds that are shooting are struggling to make their shots consistently. It's important as a big man to get the offensive rebounds. So the perimeter defense, I put it at 62. That doesn't give you anything, but I tried to make the perimeter defense as high as possible. I maxed out the speed, put my strength, a very important category this year, and I immediately noticed the difference when I upgraded my strength on my player. I put it on 94, as you can see on the bottom right. If you put it at 94, you get a brick ball on Hall of Fame. Pretty interesting. If you put it at 95, if you look at the finishing badges, you get bully on Hall of Fame, but it's super expensive. That one attribute is super expensive, and you would have to sacrifice a lot on steal and perimeter defense in order to get that extra attribute point. I can demonstrate it now. Of course, the vertical has to be 75 in order to get the standing contact dunks, and now I will put the remaining points on stamina. No, I have to upgrade the defensive rebound at first. At 92 I have that. (92) max out the speed. Your stamina would be a 40. That's totally unacceptable, I think. I put it at 94, and now I can max out my, or put the stamina at 91. So basically you sacrifice Bully Hall of Fame for a lot of stamina, a lot of steal and perimeter defense. That's the build. Let's finish that build out. You can choose the rim takeover or the glass cleaning takeover. I decided in a first step to go with paint intimidation and see the future. My early prediction is that it will be the best big man takeover this year, especially since you have the delay on green animations now, which means if someone's taking a shot, you don't know if the shot is green or not until it actually goes through the basket. So see the future, a really useful takeover this year. You click on continue, and you have built, let's see what the build name is. Shades of Dikembe Mutombo, Rudy Gobert and Clint Capela. You have built a defensive anchor, a really great build name, as I think. I tried to get that build name in previous versions of NBA 2K also, and wasn't not able because the builds basically were trash. And you had to sacrifice a lot in order to get that rare build name. This year I saw a couple of builds with that name. I like the name a lot. So that's my build. I will show you also a little bit of gameplay now from my first games in Rec, with almost no badges and only limited attributes, of course. My first game in Rec on the big boy build. Of course, it's the first day of the game, and especially shooting builds had a lot of difficulties to shoot because they only had a couple of badges, new jump shots, new dribbling animations, and yeah, for me as a big man it was easier. It's actually a pretty play style that I played a lot in the past, and jumping for boards, doing drop steps, and blocking shots, getting steals in the passing lanes is not that different, of course, also this year. But it's important that if you make a new build that you learn how to use the build, especially also how to use it within a team. There you go. The outlet passes were actually pretty good with 65 pass accuracy I had at that moment, and here you see those O-boards, just crazy. They can only foul me inside. The lobs were also pretty OP. I think lobs are back. They are pretty effective, especially with the high driving dunk. Here you just see me grabbing boards inside, just horsing here without any badges that assist you with worm animations, and just the takeover helps a lot. He makes the 3-pointer from the corner. Here you see, again, we went for lobs a lot, of course. And then I said, you know what, I'm gonna take a post hook, and actually post hooks were pretty effective yesterday. I greened the first 4 until 2K decided to just change my post hook animation. Here those fades were his bread and butter. He was just elite last year. This year, of course, with the new build, we'll see how the game changed and if those fades are still that effective. I'm grabbing the boards. I'm passing again on the fast break. He takes the shot, another board, pass to my shooting guard, and he makes that shot from way downtown with takeover, of course. Yeah, here self lobs. We were just playing at that point, and I take a really deep post hook. Yeah, you see my teammates flopping. Here you see it was actually pretty interesting to see what animations are working. He tries the floater. They were pretty effective. A lot of them were in. If you have high enough driving layup, they are pretty effective, I think, this year. The drop step and the easy close shot inside. Close shot is very important, I think, especially on big man builds. I would evaluate even higher than standing dunk. Here I take the board, and 3 points are the result. So offensive rebounds are so important. Here the blocks were crazy yesterday. Of course, people they don't have their finishing badges until now, and yeah, they have a lot of players struggled a lot to finish inside. Those boards are directly into my badge progress. And another post hook. I was feeling the hook shot. Yeah, I hope you liked the video. May the force be with you. Leave a like and subscribe. I'll have more NBA 2K23 content coming your way. And yeah, see you soon. Bye guys.